For this short cinematic, I had to be really effective for various reasons. The main one was about how limited we were time-wise. So I couldn't manage to have too much complex scenes, and I was managing all of that as a solo operator. Being everywhere, all at once is dividing the time. Let's dive into my favorite scene first, the parking. I wanted to have a specific feeling here. The girl was about to commit a heist, so I wanted a lot of contrast and shadow. Okay, so the first light we are going to put outside is the new B200 from ZHIYUN. It's really interesting because there is only one cable to plug and play, so it's way easier. I just buy some generator to have some power outside during 2 hours. And so this one is going to be like a backlight just to separate air from the background, to like imitate the light outside, because those ones are going to shut down in a few minutes. I'm just going to put air like 2% or 3%. I don't want it to make it too bright, just to make like a little bit of contrast, like in the previous scene. But in the end, I didn't use a softbox. I took some bundles to play with some harsh light and some light rays. It was way better. And the B200 was perfect because it was bright enough for this situation. So the backlight was set up directly move to the eyes light. So what we're going to do here is to bounce the spotlight directly into the glass inside. So we are just going to shape it. Like that, it was like motivating the street light directly into the car. You need to keep in mind that it is really important to show the eyes and some light into it to have some emotion and to feel the scene. But now we had too much shadows and we were losing a lot of details on the right side. So it was the ZHIYUN X60 arrived. Because yes, this video was made with the help of ZHIYUN. They sent me 2 lights, the brand new Molus B200, a bicolor light, really compact, and something really interesting, there are no need of any power source. All you need is just one cable, you just plug and enjoy the magic. This light comes with a nice reflector and 200 watts of power. You can control everything directly through the app of ZY Vega, and you have access to like 13 different effects, from the paparazzi to the light storm and go on. And the second light they sent me is this gem, the Molus X60, and trust me, this one saved me so much time and problem on set, with a nice air cooling system and of course the battery. All you have to do is to clip it and you are ready to go to 50 minutes of full brightness without any problem. This light is fully RGB, so you can achieve a lot of different effects and creative stuff with it. You can put it in your pocket, and of course if you run out of battery, you directly can plug it into the DC adapter. Oh, and there is a fast charge on it, so it is really quick. And of course, this light comes with a nice reflector and a little softbox. Like that, you're ready to go to have some soft light. So if you're interested by those lights, I have a 10% off on my description following the link. So we are going to use the X60 with the battery. It can really hold for a long time, and it is really interesting and really useful outside, like this situation. It can save a lot of time and power on the power generator. The goal here is still to make some contrast with a bluish tint, or maybe green. I will see how it's going to be happening on the camera, and not really bright too, because we are at night and we don't want to make it too bright and it will be totally unrealistic. So this light is RGB, so we can go from every color, of course, and that's why I'm using it right now, because I don't want to use just a cold Kelvin. I want to use like a real blue. So the setup was complete and we kept it the same for all the scene. We just have to adjust depending of the close-up and the mid-shots. In the end of the cinematic there is a car chase. But how can we do it without making a real car chase? But trust me, it is way more easier than what you're seeing right now. To achieve this look, I just put a soft light on the side to not be completely off in the shadow. But the most important light was the one to simulate the speed and the light from the street passing by. I just took the X60 in battery mode and make it swing and rotate around the face of the talent. The east preparation took place in my studio. I didn't add any diffuser or flag to use, so I went to something really classic. I took the B200, pointing directly into the ceiling with a spotlight. So like that, the light was bouncing and it made like an ambience light, but the main light was the X60, placed behind the desk and behind the practical and uncontrolled light. The X60 is so compact that you can easily put it everywhere. and I just put on it the softbox with the One grid to really just control and make the light really directional on the face of the talent. And about my camera work, in this cinematic I used a few times my DIY dolly that I just made. It was the first time I was trying it, and well, I have to admit, it worked pretty well. And now let's quickly dive into the wallboard scene. Here I just use one single top light. I put the X60 on the system with a softbox directly pointing between the wall and the talent, with a really cold temperature to make a little bit of contrast between this scene and the previous one. And here we are, the last scene. I'm going to play just only with two lights, the X60 and the 200B, and I'm just going to play with the contrast of the scene. Top lights, I'm going to put the X60 in a blue position. It's not really realistic, but like a moonlight. We are going to use the B200 with a spotlight directly into a mirror, just here. I'm not pointing directly the spotlight on her face because it will be really too harsh and I don't have a lot of diffusion here. So with the mirror, that is really interesting because we have another angle to make the light bounce. Really easy and really fast. We don't have a lot of scene here and we are running out of time, so sometimes you just have to be quick. Even if it's not the perfect setup, it will do the work pretty well. So what we are going to do here is to put another light behind here because it is too dark. We need to motivate the orange on their skin. So it is really simple, just to motivate here. The quickest way is just to add another light, a real one. It's not a controlled one, but at least it's almost matched. We can see it on the screen right now. So yeah, like that it will be perfect. Hope you like this little breakdown and tell me in comments which type of content you would like to see in the future and if I should go in further detail when I'm explaining everything about light. And until next time guys, keep creating and have fun.